Hello everyone, I am Paul of 20 Voices and welcome back to more Land of the Vikings in Vargens Röst. And I never noticed that you could actually see the aurora. Oh. Now this is something that's highly on the bucket list of mine, to see the aurora borealis. I've been all the way up to the North Cape this past summer. And of course during the summer, there's no aurora borealis. So what I plan on doing, since I spent the night at the location where the ice hotel in Jukkasjärvi near Kiruna is, in 2025 in the winter, perhaps even for my own birthday, I want to experience the full-on ice hotel with the aurora borealis, with like either a dog sled or a reindeer sled, and just experience the whole thing. I want to see this for real. Right, last time we completed the tech tree, and we already have 23 more points that I can no longer use. But of course, given that there is so much space still left on the tree, it wouldn't surprise me that eventually the developers will add more to it. It is spring, so it is time to start planting the fields again, as we head on to year 12. Last time I also decided that I was going to complete all of the Steam achievements that there are at the moment, and I was indeed correct. I have now completed the achievement for finding 50 locations, and also one other one. So now I only need to have 50 warriors and a population of 750 people, of which 100 are warriors. So while I said that I had no more use for the light infantry and the archers, I actually do have a use for them, because light infantry only take 2 days to be trained, and so do archers. So with this you can really increase the size of your army, while not really increasing the strength of it. But for the achievements of the warriors, all you really need is army size. So I'm going to set the first 8 light warriors here. 7, 8. And these are going to be training, if possible, archers. And I'm no longer going to discriminate who's going to be an archer or a light warrior. I don't have the shields for that, but perhaps 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I would have idea have enough weapon parts for the heavy infantry, and I think that they take 4 days to train. Well, the light infantry and archers only take 2 days, but the archers do take more weapon parts. Also, this is no longer useful, so stop that. Then again, I could just turn off the tutorial. Last time I also started working on our new area, since I do want to end up with at least 750 people. So I'm setting up a little industrial area over here, and we'll be expanding that with residential area once it's time. So I'm gonna be cutting down all of these trees. And I am going to prioritize the construction of these, because they only take logs and they will store wood, and these will store stone. There. Did I not cut down those trees? I guess I didn't. Alright, so as mentioned, then the game will go a little longer than expected, and I'm okay with that because I am really enjoying this game, even though how basic it is. Okay, I don't need to know that those are done. I understand that they are. There's a lot of micromanagement in this game, intentionally perhaps, but also a little bit annoyingly. So I'm going to keep on building fishing boats. You're full, but not with workers. How about you? Also not. And let's see, I do have 2 NARs, so let's send out a couple of trade ships. I want leather, so I am going to request for 6 crew, 12 food, and then just leather. Let's see, 12 food. I don't have a lot. 3 white meat. And 1 there. I'm struggling for food. Oops. But I have plenty of iron. I don't have a lot of coal. Fabric, wintry clothing. So what I could do, I'm gonna test something. I'm gonna fill this up with fabric. I've got 1500 wool. Alright. And then in terms of leather, no, that doesn't work. So you need to have enough storage in your ship to do both. So hold on, there. This is exactly enough. So I can sell 26 fabric and buy 23 leather. So I can make money still. But I'd much rather just have the leather purchased. Nope. There. $34. There. I'm gonna buy 47 leather, or 54 leather. Alright, so of course I did slaughter a lot of animals last time as well, to really beef up the amount of food production that I have. I still have a few pastures over here, or ranches as they are called in this game. Can I just clear out this? I can. Cattle ranch. There. I'm just gonna do more cattle ranches because I need the leather. I just need leather. One additional cattle ranch. It's gonna be 20 cows. Should be fine. Should be fine. Alright. You're working on that. That is good. I'm filthy rich. There's not a lot of food, and that's fine. So, we have people working here and out here. But you're closed. You're closed. Stop. Hi, I had 2 stone cutters here. We're gonna have a maximum of 600. carved stone from now on. Brewers, woodcutters, or carpenters. Let's create some paths. I do like this though. Just the unsymmetry of this all. $400. We're gonna set at the 600 as well. We're gonna set this to 600 as well. So there, that's all getting built. I think I want the this would be a great place for some fields, honestly. Of course I want barley fields because of the brewery. I've got a mill as well, so I'd say we set up a few fields over here. Field area after all. I honestly do not understand how that works, so forgive me for being a little silly with the fields. That's one. This one's gonna be barley and plants. Since I have to restart the game, I will have to do this and that. Plenty of marketers. I want 60 builders. Lots of people died. Tailors, carpenters, blacksmiths, miners, stone miners. But I'll say 40 farmers. I just saw you two die. Come on. Stay alive for a little longer. Like 5 seconds perhaps. So let's set up a couple more fields. Here gonna be barley as well. And plants. And then on the opposite side here, so we're gonna set a well right smack dab in the middle. Area what? In other border. There are some trees regrowing already, so let's fix that really quick. Hitting something. This is gonna be wheat. And the other one back here is gonna be wheat as well, as soon as I get rid of the trees. Wheat plants there, done. Alright, herbalists, we have you. So let's see for the road. We'll set this up properly. And there, we're going to set up a few warehouses. Four of them to be precise. What do we have here? A tailor. We have a tailor here. Obviously you're not going to do light armor or fabric or heavy armor. You're going to do high quality clothing. And you're only going to do wintry clothing. There's actually an achievement, funny enough, to you're only using that to use the auto assign. So there's benefit to that. But I think it's kind of funny that they implemented that as a wee bit of a punishment, so to say. Well, I think it works. I think it works. There we go. Look at just the amount of micromanagement and scrolling that you have to do. Because I believe back here, by now, this isn't finished yet. We've dropped down to this little people. You're not having anyone. Come on. I'll take 50 builders. 40. Uh, 40 farmers. This is definitely one of the main gripes that a lot of people have with this game. It's just the severe amount of micromanagement with the people, with the jobs. And while I understand that for the first part of the game you would want to micromanage it yourself because you want the most skilled people in the proper places, but at some point it just becomes a nuisance. You've got tons and tons of jobs to do, tons of other stuff to think about, to look at. That just becomes a problem. Oh, this is actually a better place for. So I'm gonna do like a quartet of markets here. 1, 2, 3. It's just too bad that I don't have a proper coastline. Unless... there should be a proper coastline. I cannot reach this. Which is a shame though. It's a shame that I cannot reach this. So, I will give my opinion on this game later down the line. It may be a little harsh to some people, but having experience with other city builders like this, like Banished, and even seeing lots and lots of others, there's just too much that can be done in this game to really improve the player experience. Alright, so one less there. And I guess that this one is going to train more light infantry. Just look at this. How did I lose all of a sudden 12 or even 14 members of the warehousing community? Why did that happen? There. There. That's better. This is the thing that I've been doing most. Now I don't have any more people. So I guess it's time for a few more good houses. This is definitely going to be a little street. There, and a couple of other good houses like this. Next to the market. Well, that's to start out with. So. Honestly, don't know what else to talk about. I just gotta keep my people satisfied. And they are. Somehow this doesn't have any workers assigned to them. Because I'm running out of workers. Where's the other fields that I have over here? Trust me, this game does a lot right, but it also does a lot wrong. Ah, come on, this is a path. This is a path. There. Wanted to make use of the natural path that spawned there. Alright, so people are delivering their stuff over there. Now let's cut down some more trees, because of course you have to do that. Oh man, if you run out of logs, you are screwed in this game, for sure. There are so many trees to cut down manually. I think that I need to write a document on what I like about this game and what I don't like about this game. I'm not gonna be raiding this year. I've shown that. I've shown how that works. Well, it's something that I do enjoy. It's just not something I'm gonna do this year. Let's see, are you done? Yes. So I'm just gonna train everyone to be light infantry, because why not? Until I have about 150 strength. Because then I should have enough to fully have everything. Let's see, where's the other ones? There. So I'm just gonna keep on training light infantry everywhere. You, there. So this is another 24 light infantry, 2, 3, 4. There you go. That field can be harvested. There we go. Now we need more marketeers. Auto assign. Auto assign. More good houses. So I really need to beef up the population. By lots. I think that I'll use this area for more cattle ranches. Fine. 10 builders. Here. I know that I can have up to 72 people working the warehouses. Probably more in just a short while, because I've got 4 more over here. And I'm left with 53. Now that could mean that 1 or 2 warehouses are completely empty. And if I just let this run out... I'll be left with no people. 20 farmers. Of course, not every building needs as many workers as it has. But I just like to have that, you know. Tavern over here. So I guess that I'll also be making a few poorhouses still. I need to expand by a lot. Stop shaking screen because I thought we were having an earthquake. And come on, give this to me. Thank you. We're almost done training. People are hungry. I have plenty of iron. Lots of beer. Just no feed. There, so let's continue to train. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're almost done. Oh, no one's trading here, but I see people trading there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I think I should have the 50 warriors done by now. That is the expensive part. That district. So let's continue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't mind my chicken coops and such being empty, but I definitely want the cattle ranches to be full. So we've got a couple of good houses there. Good houses there. This one's done. This one doesn't have anyone either, because I'm out of labourers. Oh, look at that. Look at how many of the jobs are empty. And I know that the developers have already decreased the mortality rate, that people age up slower. But really, they still age up from birth to death within 1 or 2 years. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. That's just so frustrating that you've got such a high mortality rate. Like, make them die, make them age up slower, but make them not grow up to 82 years old, for instance. Because I'm now down to 504 people. I was over 600 people when I started out. I don't get it. There's so many fields though. And here, these fields haven't even been touched. I'm gonna run out of people yet again. I don't need the fame, I just need people. It's not like, oh, there's a cattle ranch or a goat ranch here that has 2 people working, but there's none that work here, so let's shift 1 person over to there. Like, there are 2 people working here, in this ranch, but in the ranches next to the mines, there are working none. Yes, I need people. I need people, I need jobs. We're gonna set them up as herdsmen for sure. All of them are herdsmen. I've got 6 builders left. How? Prioritize these ones then. Only 511. I got 36 people the other day. Ah, we're slowly increasing. So let's set up. This increases. Oh, nothing. There. And there. There. And there. Just to get something done. Oh, this leads up to the cave. Ah, lovely. So now I have 85 war strength. So let's just continue doing this. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Start training in 2 days. We're done. And over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There. That's another 24, so that should give me around 100 warriors in total. And of course, training warriors will take away from their other jobs. But that is fine, to be honest. So we just need the dress stone. There's plenty of dress stone to go around, but they're not delivering. 18. I'll pay for the loss. I cannot have people leaving. There, another path. I should remove this. I didn't see that path before. I thought that you really had to go the long way around. Oops. My bad. My bad. We also prioritize these, please. There's more houses. And I'm just going to ignore the fact that people are hungry. There's not much that I can do about that. But I guess that's why it's a Steam achievement to have 750 people. Of which 100 are warriors. $97, so we're losing people yet again. This year has been a terrible year for food. So I might not even go for this achievement, after all. This is annoying. Get working in that place. Get me more dressed stone. What are you doing? Stone cutter. I desperately need you. Gotta pause these two. Shipbuilders. Speaking of shipbuilders, let's check out our fishers. They're perfectly fine, but I don't have the people. Yeah, this entire dock is empty. What's this? Winter is coming. Aye. Cumberland was discovered. How? What's this? Merchant ship has arrived. Let's see. What do you have? Leather. Aye. All of it. All your leather. All your food. I'm gonna buy everything except your wool and your clothing. So that's it. Oh, you. This doesn't work. Why doesn't this work? So this is something that I would love to see as well. Is that you could sell to the traders that come. Because I have, as you can see, let's see, 1838 wool in storage. I would love to unload that because it takes up so much space in my warehouses. But I can't. I just can't. So these fields, they were never used this year. So let's hope that with this new expansion over here, soon enough I'll have more people. I'm gonna try to achieve the 750 people. I also wish that there was like a mini-map or something. Is there? What's this? Game encyclopedia. Oh, I've never looked at this before. Seasons. Storms and blizzards. We haven't seen that yet. Speed. Aye. Villagers. Include their father's name. That's how they did it in the olden days in the Viking lands. But the Tree of Life. We've already completed that, so we don't need that. Feedback. General feedback bug performance. I'll do that later down the line. Let's see. This is more important. Assign the workers. Assign the workers. To keep the food in. Brewery. We don't need beer. Let's go find out. Assign the workers here. Hunting hut. Sure. That's already it. Chicken coops are empty. Hunting huts and gatherers huts are empty. So my main thing still stands. People die too fast, or age up too fast and therefore die too fast. Just feels so unnatural. So I could use some more people, please. I don't have laborers. I don't need farmers. Herdsmen, definitely. Gatherers are useless, so poulters. Don't think I'll need hunters. There. So let's do another round of training to get over 100. 5, 6, 7, 8. There. Train. That's one. Light infantry. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 2. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you serious? These are the only 5 people that I can still train. You mean to tell me that everyone else is a warrior? Of the adults. Okay. Still have some workers here. Aye. $527, 28. So many 3 of life points that I can't use them. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, nearing the 30,000 point fame. But of course fame is useless. Building storage is full. Only one person working there. Newcomers, aye. More people, yes please. Alright, we'll keep it at this. I want more people. Give me more people. 30,000 useless fame. Well, of course, more fame you have, the more people will come in. But it's just only so much that you can do. That's a good thing that you can give feedback on the fly. Like that, so... these are just the options. Can we do another round of training? Almost. Well, our numbers are getting a little better. Our labourers aren't cutting down trees. So let me quickly go over to the longhouse. And stone mining is even less of a priority now. Alright, so let's repair a few ships then. We'll investigate. Quickly repair this boat because it's almost dead. This was a bit of a death spiral. The people have been starving throughout the entire year and I just don't care. House is cold, patient, relative has died. Hungry, feels cold, but at least 2 positive things is their clothing. And that their houses are connected to a road. That's important, folks. Do I have a trader here? I do not. Alright, let's train some more. 5, 6, 7, 8. Trade those. I'm just gonna trade everyone that I can, just to ensure that I have 100 people. Trade up. There we go. You just see lots of these axe symbols to cut down the trees. That just don't happen. Excuse me for a second. Sorry about that, felt a sneeze coming up. So I can execute, I can banish the entire family or just the person. I'm going to lose a little fame and execute the guy. Stone miners. There's so much to do and people aren't doing it. I was wondering when we would get a disaster this year, and now it's in winter. So we're going to request help from other towns in this case. Another hermit's house has been destroyed. No! Arbalist Hope, warehouse, hunting hut. From what I can see, we'll lose more fame, but I do not care. We just lost 300 fame. That's not a lot, to be honest. Herbalist not here. Warehouse. Tailor. Herbalist hut. Poorhouse. Anything else? Over here, perhaps. Good house. Yeah, 3 of my coal mines are empty. 4 mines in total are empty. Because I just don't have the people. Another good house. This was definitely one of the most devastating earthquakes I've had. One of the newer good houses is destroyed as well. Alright, well. Keep on training the people. So I should only have 1 more achievement left after this, because I definitely have over 50 warriors, and if not, then I think there's really something wrong with this game in terms of how fast people die. Or aging up. It's definitely the aging up that's the nuisance here. You're not healthy, you've got very low energy, you're very unhappy. And I simply do not care. Even if I fail, because there is a chance you'll fail, as you can see, there are 3 stages of happiness. And from what I remember, I've tested this game before I started making a series. If you drop below the leftmost, below the middle too much for too long, you lose, because people will be unhappy and they will leave. And then your village is lost. So that's a thing to keep in mind. Locksmith 15. I have sick people in here and I have no... For fuck's sake. Well, what I have decided about this game and the channel is that I will eventually return to this game, but only once it's out of early access. I've seen what it has to offer in early access, and there's honestly just too much wrong with this game at the moment that I don't seem it's worthy to play on the channel more than I already have. Unless it comes out of early access. And I hope that by then this game will be updated in such a way that it has definitely addressed the major concerns that people have. And not just me, but also the other YouTubers that I follow that play this game. Here, all of the coal mines are empty. All of my coal mines are empty. How? Alright, I said that I would do this this time, so I'm going to do that this time. I'm gonna let my villagers get sick, because it's gonna be an increase of food for a little while. But there's only a chance that they get sick. There. Normally you would want to slaughter the animals and be like, okay, you're done, but this time I'm gonna let them die out. So you see a massive increase of amount of food. But I expect my villagers to become sick. And I don't care. And honestly, while I do want to get the last achievement of 750 villagers, of which 100 are warriors, I'm not going to care. If I fail this due to the unhappiness, which is pretty much the only thing that I can lose this on, then I'm just going to be done with the game. And if I manage to get 750 villagers, I'm gonna turn everything off, all of the jobs, everyone's gonna be labourers. And then we're just gonna let people starve to death. Because of course that's what you do. Here, I only have 10 warehouse workers right now. How's that possible? How's that balanced? I'm actually going to do that. General feedback. Is it balanced? 72. Drop it down to just 10 in less than a single in game year. One with many voices at gmail.com. People still age up way too fast, leading to increasing as job site empty out too fast. There. Exiled or just lost. So I've now made it publicly known that later, it's not later in the game, but it's definitely more prevalent later in the game that people just age up and die far too fast. To the point where it just becomes unbalanced. I started out with 73 warehouse workers at the start of this video, 72. All of the warehouses were full of workers, and within a single year, well, as the year has come to a close, within a single year, I'm left with 10. And that's not just the warehouse workers, it's the marketeers, it's the carpenters, it's the blacksmiths, it's everything. All of the miners in the coal mines were dead. It's just unbalanced. So, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually just gonna close off the game right here. I'm not going to attempt to achieve the final achievement, as only 0.1% of the players have done that. I'm done with this game. So in general, what do I enjoy about the game? It is that it's not grid-based. Unlike Banished, everything is grid-based. But here, you see just how the paths flow, how I managed to build the houses just at a little angle here and there. Just make it a little messy, but it's that messiness that makes it beautiful. Because I do believe that back in the day, the Vikings didn't use symmetry, they didn't use precise engineering to like lay out a town. So I think that this, especially this district, is far more natural how it used to be, how it would be, in comparison to how you see other city builders of this kind do it with the grid-based stuff, such as Banished. I do like the fact that you can train your warriors, so I'm just gonna train 8 more because I can. So that's there, and 1 more. That's already 8, but I don't have even enough shields, so never mind. But hey, the decorations, I know that at the start I used them a lot, and later in the game I stopped using them. Maybe it is that I'm growing too fast for what the game expects you to do, so that you would build a district, decorate it fully, so that your markets and your warehouses are fully stockable, and that your mills and your breweries are fully stockable, and only then that you will expand with a new district and then do the same thing. But at the start it's fun, but it just becomes so tedious because the maps are so large that eventually you're just scrambling to like, oh, I need stuff here, I need stuff there, I've done stuff there, I need to look over here for my fields and then over there for my fields. It's a little too much, to be honest, but that is just my own take. Aesthetics, I do love the aesthetics. As I mentioned at the start of the video, I never realized this game had the Aurora Borealis, so definitely worth it. I'm gonna just leave it off like this for the screenshot, because now at least you don't see there. There's gotta be the screenshot. Luckily, the screenshot, the H button by default, removes all of the icons here as well. Well, that's something really nice. It's definitely shows that this game is still in early access. As I mentioned during this episode, I really wish that I could sell the stuff that the import traders bring in. So if they bring in wool, I want to be able to sell wool to this guy, because as you see, I almost have 2,000 wool. Why do I need 2,000 wool? Why do I need 2,000 wool? I don't need 2,000 wool. So I could sell it, I could continue to sell it, but honestly I'm done with this game for now. The war? Oh, back to the trading, sorry. I'm glad that I discovered that I can, in fact, sell and buy stuff from other people, other towns. And I'm glad that your trades will also help you with discovering cities and discovering towns to trade with and to raid as well. And then on to the raiding. What do I think of that? I like it. I like that you first have to explore, to find the cities, to find the towns, and eventually I'm gonna send, if possible, all 4 of the current ships that I have, because the rest has been have deteriorated. Right, I can send up to 4 ships in total. I don't have the feed though, so that's not good. But I do like that. I do like that you can just say like, oh, I want this ship only to have like 5 people or 6 people, which I believe is the minimum you need for a workable ship. I also like the fact that you can discover fellow Norse cities and towns, and that attacking them will negatively impact their standing to a point that they might not want to help you in the future. They might not want to send goods if you are devastated by an earthquake or whatnot. And of course, something I absolutely love, if I can find it, it's supposed to be there. This, my own hometown. It's in the game. Everyone that has this game, go attack it. Full force. Constantly. I could send 2 ships of my own crew, and I would be fine. This ought to be enough. I don't need any help for this. I also like that in the tech tree you can increase the amount of villages to help you out over time, so that you don't become too powerful early on. That you really have to plan out your attack strategy. And well, I do like the attacking thing. Now, of course, in the Tree of Life, as I have 70 points that I cannot use, village defense currently doesn't work, but early access game is early access. This shows that there is promise that you eventually can be raided yourself. And as some of the decorations, let's see, where are they? The targeting board increases defense points, as well as the shields. They increase defense points, but only if you place enough. So let me show that. Let's find this place. Let me just... Eventually enough of this will increase your defense points. 60. I thought I saw 62 at some point. Or it... 75. There. Bob. The Longhouse I definitely like. I like the fact that you can have several festivals. So that's a good thing. The raids I like. Fishing I like. I like the... Having been on Röst myself, to see the ships getting built, to have actually sailed on one of those Drakars was very fun. And to see that being present in this game, of course it has to be, but I absolutely love it. Then there's the micromanagement of the game. As I mentioned, at the start of the game, I understand you would want to micromanage this, to say that you want the best person with the highest luck and strength, like this person, and then luck, high strength. This is definitely the best person for that. But you want to do that, and while I think that's a good thing, at some point, I'd say year 3 or 4, or even 5, depending on how fast you expand, it just becomes a massive chore. Because you're not warned that you're gonna run out of people working at certain places. So all of a sudden, you will see, just like this, all of this, these are have no people working in there. None of this has people working in there. And there are so many others that have no people working in there. Again, by the fact that people age up and die so incredibly fast in this game. It feels unnatural, and it is definitely unbalanced. So I feel that the developers should really look into this. Even if it is decreased by a factor of 2. It's gonna help out so much. Make it that people are born slower, that they don't age up as fast, and they don't get as old as they do. Because I've seen people turn 82 in this game, which of course is awesome to have like your village elder. But honestly, do you need that? Do you need to have 15 people of age 82? This guy for instance, who are you? You're 39 years old, and you look like an old man. Slothy, you look like an old man. I also do like the shields, that you know that which people are warriors. You're carrying something. Yes, aye. So there's a lot of stuff that this game does right off the bat. but there's also so much wrong with this game. So I do hope that the developers will pick up the pace, pick up the pieces, and definitely listen to the community. Not to me, but there are plenty of other people that have the exact same gripes with this game as I do. So there's definitely some truth to this. Other thing that I really dislike, the events and the disasters, they're all the same. So I've had a disaster every single year. Most have been earthquakes, I've had a few thunderstorms. And while I do enjoy the fact that, oh, something bad happened, we need to appease the gods, I wish that there was, like, in here, it even said in the seasons. Winter, gatherers, farmers do not work, and natural events such as storms and blizzards can happen. I haven't seen a single one. I haven't seen a single one. Now also it said everywhere that coal is used as a fuel, but it's not. So don't be fooled by that. There's definitely a couple of things that I am missing from this game. I've already suggested it on the Discord. As one of the some of the events describe a village square. Well, where is the village square? I'd love to see a dedicated space that can serve as a village square where events will happen. I would love to see that if you hold a celebration, that people flock to the longhouse for that celebration or for the games, and make that happen on the village square. Well, I do enjoy the fact that there are totems of Odin, Freya, Thor and Tyr. I'm pretty sure that back in the day they used to have temples of worship, especially in Viking towns such as this one. There could be a temple. There could be a specific temple to Thor and a specific temple to Odin. I'd love to see that. Also, in terms of the raids, I know that the Vikings would bring back people, prisoners, thralls, slaves, female, male. So I'd love to see that happen. You know, you can lose people on your raids, but why not also bring back people? I do like the variety in the houses. I would love to see a little more. Just a little variation here and there. Even on just this good house, that you could have like 3, 4, 5 different variations that you just cycle through. Like Banish did. Anything else? Storages. The storages are too small. You need to place so incredibly many decorations. I mean, just look at this one only. Look at the market here. Just look at how full I've chucked the market. That it becomes ugly. Now with the warehouses, of course, you can cheat it a little bit. As you see, stop that. That you can place stuff inside to help fill up the storages. But you shouldn't have to resort to that in order to save space, because every decoration that you place is space that you can use less and less. There's less space that you can use. So I hope that they will sort that out, that decorations provide more storage space if they are purely for storage space, and that by default the markets in the warehouses provide more storage space themselves. Because having to have like 3, 4, 5 markets in one city center just to provide enough storage, it's a little too much. What I do enjoy though, and that is something that I've definitely done up here, you may remember that this storage warehouse only works on the tailors and the blacksmiths, And then you can say, I want one blacksmith only to make weapon parts, one blacksmith only to make shields, one only iron tools. And that for the tailors the same thing. You can say only make, that's why, only make heavy armor or light armor or fabric or high quality clothing or wintry clothing. That's a good thing. I wish also, now that I see this, I don't remember which this one was. I need to find the other one. It's just the poorhouse. As I had another tailor in this area that was doing the other thing. Now I need to find said tailor. Here. It was destroyed. So I can say that this tailor now only makes light armor but nothing else. And then eventually the other tailor, like I did before, will only make heavy armor. And that is of course only to supply this. Oh, I only have one shield. Yeah. So once again, this game already does a lot of things right. But early access is early access. And they have a lot of work to do to make this game more balanced. Because with the rate of aging up and dying off, that is just too much unbalance in this game. But with that, I'm done. I'm not going to play this game in my own time at all. I am going to keep my eyes on this game, and when I return, this game will be out of early access, because I definitely do want to play this game again. I definitely do want to see how far they've come once they bring this out of early access. So with that, I'm going to be ending it off here today. I hope that you've enjoyed this. We're going to have one final look at Vargens Röst from the bay. All the way to the point that we can no longer go any further, which is here. I'm gonna make this the screenshot. I am Paul with many voices. I thank you all for watching. This has been Land of the Vikings in Vargens Röst, an early access game. I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.